An unsolved mystery about a Fox News story that wasn't published before the election. Lots to get to, but let's begin with exclusive reporting about someone who's on the president's mind right now. That's his Fox News friend, Jeanine Pirro. As you know, Pirro was widely denounced last week for doubting Congresswoman Ilhan Omar's patriotism. Fox publicly condemned Pirro's comments, but here's the part you don't know. Pirro was suspended by Fox after that episode, according to a source familiar with the matter. That's why she was absent on Saturday night. Now, Fox is declining to confirm or deny that she's been suspended. They're not saying either way. The network says, quote, "We are not commenting on internal scheduling matters." So will she be back next weekend? Well, President Trump hopes so. Bring back Judge Jeanine, he tweeted a short time ago. You can see his full three-part tweet storm here. We'll put it up on screen. What's remarkable about this tweet storm is that he's telling Fox News what to do and giving free advice to the network. He's essentially telling the Murdochs, hold firm, stay strong, don't be pressured by anybody, be what you want to be. He's saying Fox is number one. No one can take that away from you. So that's where we are. The president telling his favorite network to toughen up, stay strong. Partly due to this. Did you see this the other day? It was a protest right outside Fox News headquarters in New York City. This protest on Wednesday coincided with a big fancy event for advertisers. Fox was bringing in ad buyers, trying to pitch them to spend more money with Fox. So the anti-Fox group Media Matters organized that protest. And of course, they also organized the release of those offensive clips of Tucker Carlson. Those clips from 10, 15 years ago on a shock jock radio show. It was actually from 2006 to 2011. But Media Matters says those clips are relevant today because of Carlson's behavior on the air today. So look, Fox right now has multiple issues on multiple fronts. Carlson is one issue, Pirro is another, and these attempted ad boycotts might be the most important issue of all. Joining me now to talk all about this is Katie Rogers, a White House correspondent at the New York Times. Nayyirah Huq, she's a former Obama White House senior director and a host on Sirius XM Progress, and Baltimore Sun media critic David Zurwick. Katie, let's begin with the tweets about Judge Jeanine Pirro. The president loves this show. He must have been flustered when it wasn't on the air.
Right, he watches it every week. I think we know that he tunes in every week. It's a primetime Saturday night thing for him. He tweets for his supporters to tune in with him. It's like a live experience for him. We know that he calls in when he feels like it. In January, he spent, I think, 35 minutes talking to Jeanine about the need for a national emergency over the border. So to cut this sort of oxygen off is a big deal to him.
Right, even just temporarily, even if it's only for a week or 2 weeks. By the way, I have no indication that she's been fired. My source specifically said Pirro has not been fired. So she will be back, David Zurwick, but she's in the penalty box right now. Does it surprise you that Fox preempted her show this weekend? Does it surprise you that they're drawing a line on this?
You know, I was expecting last night. I went to record it because I wanted to write about it, and I said, "Whoa, she's not there. What's going on?" And you're reporting now that she was suspended. So they weren't. You know, I think I'm not surprised given the look. It's news in this sense to me, Brian. I think them suspending her and the president sending out these remarkable, just utterly remarkable tweets for the president of the United States, telling a cable channel what to do on with three tweets in a row. I think it says that the New Yorker story last week, pulling together all of the things that many of us have been writing for 2 years, and the boycott and Media Matters is having an effect on them. And I really think it's a bottom line effect. They can say, oh no, we're just moving Tucker's ads to other day parts, blah, blah, blah. Look, you take ads out of prime time and you move them to another day part, you're talking about a smaller audience, a reduced rate unless you give them multiple plays. You can't keep doing that forever, you know?
Let me put on screen Tucker's Friday night ads versus Chris Hayes on MSNBC, and viewers can see the difference here. About 11 minutes of ads on Tucker Carlson's show versus 16 minutes of ads on Chris Hayes' show. Other cable news shows might have up to 20 minutes of ads. So Tucker's show has definitely taken a hit as a result of this progressive group ad boycott. Nayyirah, I wonder what your view is of these ad boycott efforts, though, because they are very controversial. And a lot of folks in television networks say it is inappropriate for anybody, partisans on any side, to be advocating an ad boycott.
Well, there's two ways that people make their voices heard in our democracy: at the ballot box and also when they fork over money for a product. And in that sense, what you end up watching on TV is part of the product that you're receiving. So organizations across the political spectrum, right and left, have been using this tactic of social consciousness and awareness to influence how coverage is done. Now, to be frank, Judge Pirro's show is not a news show. It is an opinion show. So it's interesting to see that opinion that she espouses on her show is now being countered by the opinion of many consumers and them using their power. It would be shocking, I think, if after her comments about Muslims having not being part of the fabric of American life and not being able to be loyal to America, and the New Zealand attack happening the night before her show is supposed to air, if she was on air having to either apologize, which I don't think that anybody at Fox is ready for her to do publicly, or for her to double down in light of what these attacks were. Either way, the comments that she had made last week about Ilhan Omar were a part of a much broader fabric of how people are justifying the attacks on immigrants, the attacks on immigration policy, and are part and parcel of a broader white nationalist rhetoric. So probably better for her and all involved that she wasn't on TV last night.